Hello and welcome. And once again, I'm back with another wonderful book. And this one is called How to Forget, written by Meera Ganapathi. I think the more appropriate title of the book should have been, which is the subtitle in this case, a book of short steps and long walks. So essentially, this book is about walks. The writer is walking through different lanes and reflecting on herself, on the memories, on the things that she notices around, whether it's the architecture, it's the people around, the society, so many things. And this, in fact, feels like the whole book feels like a walking meditation, something that you would want to reflect on after a walk. Even during the walk, you would want to notice certain things that the writer has noticed. And it's written in an interesting way, really. It's a combination of poetry and prose, more poetry, I would say. And there are more than 50 chapters. And in each one of them, you find different idea being explored in a really creative way. When I say creative, I mean more in terms of how the writing, the form has been used, the medium has been used to express the idea. Now, if you really want to know the details of the book or the review of it, I would want you to check out my piece on kalampedia.org. In this podcast, however, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read out certain excerpts, certain verses from the book, and you will find out how therapeutic this book can be. So I'll start with a few lines from the first poem itself, the first chapter, where the title is At the End of This Walk. And frankly speaking, when I was reading the first few lines of this, it just feels like a song to me. Really beautiful song. And I wish that I could sing it. And in fact, I was thinking about it, that just playing it along with my guitar and just making a song out of it. But I think along the way, there's just the song just changes in its form, and it just goes from a very simple and catchy song to something much more complicated around the midway. And that would have been really challenging to accommodate within that music. So at least challenging for me. I'm sure a good musician would do a great job making a song out of it. I really look forward to that. So I'll give you some idea how this sounds like. At the end of this walk, this is the title. At the end of this walk is a kiss, so quick, so furtive, and on the cheek, yes, but so close to the ear that it tells you of things to come. At the end of this walk is proof. Trumpet winds reach into long forgotten rooms, like proof that you can make it without attention, without care, without a fresh coat of paint or anyone coming home. At the end of this walk is small talk. Walking? Yes, just finished. Good, good. How's mummy? Good, 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 good. So it felt like the lyrics of a song to me. And as I said, I would really want to turn it into a song. And I'll probably do that. And if that happens, I'll share it with you. Uh, Something interesting about this book is something that I've written in the piece also, that you find this constant feminine gaze throughout the book. And only a writer as brilliant as Meera Ganapathi could do that, that preserving that feminine gaze while not going away from the structure or the form, and just staying true to the language, true to the form. And she notices a lot of things that I'm sure the male gaze would miss. And it makes you think about so many things about the life of a woman from her perspective. And one of my favorite poems in this is called Moisturize the Night. I'm going to read it for you, and I'm sure you will like it. So here we go. Moisturize the night. I would like to walk at night like men do, not in some act of fearlessness or bravery, not to make a point, but just to walk, with my lungi bunched up around my thighs and my shirt opened down to 3 buttons. I would like to take a stroll after dinner, following the light of the moon, staring at things without seeing them, my mind empty of everything, especially caution. I'd like to occupy the night with the easy assurance of the unwatched, in unvigilant shoulders and unhurried legs. Instead, I cede to the night, like a woman of today must, with a 5 step skincare routine before bedtime and a vague sense of being liberated. So clearly a powerful ending, but two things like that really stand out for me. One was this sentence that goes like the man, she's saying that staring at things without seeing them. That's such a powerful thing. That's what she's saying that men do, that stare at things without really seeing them. That hits. And then towards the end, this thing that women of today that must do, that 5 step skincare routine before bedtime and a vague sense of being liberated. How powerful that is. We talk about this liberation of women, but how narrow that idea itself is in today's context. It's not really liberation in the truest sense. It's very narrow. So that clearly is a brilliant piece, and something that you would want to go back to again and again. And when you read this book, throughout the book, you'll be amazed by the quality of writing, the way it varies, the way different styles merge, and there's a lot of wisdom, a lot of humor, a lot of candid observations that really touch you. So this small verse that I'll read, it's titled "Sometimes I Wish." It's really profound, something that'll make you think. It says, "Sometimes I wish to be accompanied in silence, to feel seen without words, to be with you by myself, to be myself with you." It's beautiful, isn't it? And through her own experiences, through her own gaze, Meera tells you what the world is like, and probably makes observations that you might have missed. And coming back to the question of women again, there's an interesting one where she's talking about notes on women walking alone in cities, and here's the question she raises, that as a woman, where do you walk alone? And she asks different women in Mumbai, in Bandstand in particular, and you get different answers, of course. So here are some of the answers. One goes, where there are enough people. The other one says, I prefer to walk around parks. Joggers Park is good, but it's too crowded now. Katrina also comes there sometimes. Then the next one goes, in Mumbai, you can walk anywhere as a woman. That's what I have experienced. I come from Ambala. I've lived in Bangalore and Delhi. Mumbai is the best for ladies. But even here, I don't walk alone. I walk by myself around crowded places. Why take a chance? The next one says, at night I follow the lights, in the day I follow people. The next one, the last one, it says, I always take the main roads to work. If I had money, I would take an auto instead. And it raises many more questions than the answers that it provides, because so many times people complain about uh, women behaving in a certain way, in a different way than men, uh, and then some of them not taking lead, not taking risks, uh, different things they talk about. But when you see the life or the world through the lens of a woman, you realize the world is very different for them as it is for men. For example, I personally, I wouldn't think about all those things, whether the place is crowded, where there are lights, where there are people, all those things, it wouldn't come to my mind. And we're talking about probably the safest, one of the safest neighborhoods in one of the safest cities in India, in Mumbai, and we still have those challenges. So just think about it, how that shapes you, because just because of your gender. And then, as I said, through her own stories, her own experiences, uh, her own memories, the writer makes us think about so many aspects of life. And underlying theme, once again, you're taking steps, more steps, and taking a walk. And one of another one of my favorite pieces, it comes towards the end, it's called Grief, and once again it touches you deeply. Let me read it for you. It goes, the trouble with the dead is they're still alive to some of us. When I nearly step on a fallen sparrow, long eyes shut, feathers gleaming, it doesn't look dead enough to me. And I think again of those who have gone but still remain. In cozy Tamil, I may never speak again. In sandalwood soap and a certain song, I use a leaf and a twig to nudge the dead sparrow to a corner, to push a memory away and keep walking. But the trouble with me is I'm terrified of forgetting. Once again, you see this idea in most of these verses, that the last line hits you really powerfully and just feels beautiful. It's probably what art does. It captures those powerful emotions, even difficult emotions such as grief, and it adds so much beauty, so much depth to it, that you feel it, you experience it deeply. And I think that makes life much more valuable. It makes your experiences much more valuable. And that's beautiful. So I just hope you'll pick the book and you will go for a walk, and you will also make your own observations. At the same time, you will think about all kinds of different ideas, all kind of shades that the author has described here. And you'll appreciate the art that has been presented through these verses. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll catch you the next time with another wonderful book. So I'll catch you then. Thank you.